Welcome back to another Food for the Soul where no utensils are needed. Okay, let's borrow the word from last week, permission. When we said that we have permission to condemn. So closing out this 54th chapter, the 17th verse, the C clause, we got to finish it up. Y'all know I wasn't going without finishing up this entire verse. So the C clause, this is the heritage of servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, said the Lord. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, said the Lord. So, borrowing the word permission again, I thought about how God gave Satan permission. You know, when in Job, when he asked Satan, I'm paraphrasing, what have you been doing? And when Satan said that he was roaming around seeking whom he can devour. And we all know that, the enemy comes every day to steal, kill, and destroy. However he can come in to steal, to kill, to destroy. That's his job. Again, he's just on his job. So when God gave him permission, he asked him, have you considered my servant Job? So when we look at the word servant, I mean, just think about it. How God how he just spoke so well of Job. First of all, he asked Satan, have you considered my servant Job? I can imagine just reading it, it was just said with so much authority. My servant Job. And ownership. For there is none on this earth like him. None on this earth like him. That's what the word said. He feared God. He shunned evil. That means he knew how to avoid evil. He was just perfect and upright in everything he did. But when he asked Satan, have you considered my servant Job? Put a pin right there. Let's read this last C clause of this 54:17. It say, this is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, said the Lord. Their righteousness is of me. And that's why when we read what God was asking Satan, he could just speak so well about his servant, because Job walked in those shoes. He walked the way that we read about it. So then when you think about it, using the word permission again, that was the only way Satan could have got in. He had to get permission. He had to have permission. That's the only way. God had Job surrounded with protection. His protection. And even with some of the power that Satan have on earth, he didn't have enough to get in without being given permission. And the reason why I believe that God offered that to Satan, because if you look at how he just, when he was describing Job, his servant, upright, there is none other on this earth like him. He feared me. He shunned evil. The same way he's speaking so well and so with so much authority about Job is the same way it should be when it comes to us. The life we live, the walk we walk, our talk lines up with our walk. Anywhere we go into this world, this dark, evil world, when we walk in, when we come in, it should light up because of the light of Christ. So being that servant comes with so much reward. It comes with a heritage, like what the scriptures say. But Satan could never gotten in if God hadn't allowed it. And I believe because God knew Job the way he did, that's why he wasn't even worried. He said, okay, thinking to himself, I'm sure, I'm going to remove this hedge because I know when he get there, when he go in, he's not going to be able to make Job change his mind. He's not going to be able to make Job, he's not going to be able to win Job over. That's because God knew him just that well. And even God knew what his wife was going to be in doubt. You know, he knew what his wife was going to suggest to him, but he still knew Job. See, I always believe that when that scripture says that God knows our thoughts and intents, that he knows us like that, that's how he see every day what Job was doing, what Job was thinking. And even though we can fool man, you know, we can just fool man with our words, with our demeanor, all of that. We can fool man. But still within the inside, when it comes to our heart, when it comes to our mind, God still sees all of it. He knows whatever we're planning. He knows the motive behind what we're planning. That's why some things, if it's not for the right, if it's not for the good, it don't get a chance to get executed anyway, because God came in and intervened. Have you ever knew of somebody that you know that they planned this for you, they planned that, they plotted this and that, but for some reason they wasn't able to execute it? That's because God intervened. But in this case with Job, he allowed Satan to go in. And everything that he went in and did, one magical thing that Job did that we as a people don't like to do, and that's endure. Come on, somebody. We don't like to endure, y'all. We don't want to hurt. We don't like to hurt. We don't like to feel bad. We don't want nothing taken from us. We don't. And I know for me, that's an area that I'm working on. Because sometimes you gonna have to hurt. It just ain't meant for us to feel good every day. It's not. And I'm working on that with me, you know. But back to the last passage of that scripture, that C clause. This is the heritage of the servant of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, said the Lord. When he know us, when he truly knows us, we don't have to wear a sign. We don't have to get on the billboards. None of that. Slow the traffic down. None of that. To make it known that we are of Christ. Because he already know. He already know. And that's what's important at the end of the day and the beginning of the day. That's all is important, that he knows. Because he is the one that's either going to bless it or going to curse it. One or the other. So that was a real good scripture. And I'm glad that I was led to go there. And truly it took 3 weeks to finish this up. And it's just, a lot of people think that just because it's a passage, a scripture, and it has, several lines, you can read them and be through with them. But I promise you, if you would just meditate and let him lead you through them lines and through them clauses, it's so much in each area. It's just so much. And I'm just thankful for that. And thank you to all of you that stopped and played this replay. What's next, I don't know. When I know, you'll know. Okay? All right, y'all. So that's the end of that little clause. That's the end of our learning from Isaiah 54:17. And y'all have the best blessed day. Bye.